Hey guys, and today's mini flow is focusing on your shoulders. We're going to go through a quick routine that's going to help open up and mobilize your shoulders, build a little bit of strength in that area too, before cooling down with some restorative stretches to finish. So whenever you're ready, grab some space on the floor or a mat if you have one, and if you've got a strap or a pair of leggings, a belt, whatever you've got at home, you're going to need one of these as well. So we're going to begin today's flow using a strap. Grab your strap. If you haven't got a strap, use a belt, a pair of trousers, leggings, a t-shirt, whatever bit of fabric you can find. And then just wrap one end around one hand, grab the other end with the other hand, and we're going to begin with 10 pass-throughs. So you're going to tap 10 times at the front and 10 times at the back. So you're going to inhale to lift, exhale as it comes back and over, and then inhale to come back up, and then exhale. And just go slowly, opening up those shoulders. And if you're finding that this is quite easy, you could maybe start to narrow your grip so that you're challenging your shoulders to become a bit more mobile in a narrower position. So we've probably got about 4 left. I've lost count of how many we're doing, but that's fine. The more the merrier, hey? And just go as slow as you need to go. Don't feel like you have to rush. Do more of these if you want to. Pause the video. And we'll just do one last one all the way back. Inhale to the top, exhale, come all the way down, and then release yourself from the strap. And you can just put that to one side, you won't need that again. Then we're going to take the hands behind the back. So take your hands behind you, clasp, interlace the fingers and clasp the hands. Really grip tight with the hands. Pull them down away from your shoulders. So you're pulling the shoulders open across your chest. And then we're going to exhale as we find ourselves folding forwards all the way down into a nice forward fold. And then inhale as you lift the hands up, reaching high to the ceiling. If you can, we're going to be here for 3 breaths, really reaching as we exhale, pulling those hands back, opening up the shoulders, and then inhaling to find length in the forward fold. Exhale to reach and push back. Inhale to just relax a little bit, and then exhale to push back once more. Release the hands, come down to the floor now. So we're going to come down into lizard lunge. So come onto your knees and take your left foot outside of your left hand. Slide the right leg back slightly and find that kind of hip opening lunge pose. You're going to allow that left knee to track out to the side. You can even come forwards at the ankle in this instance. So from your lizard lunge position, we're going to inhale as we lift the left hand up towards the ceiling and really reach back as you press into the floor through the right hand. Exhale, bring that hand back down and see if you can bring the elbow to the floor on the inside of the left foot. We're going to do that 4 more times. So inhale to lift. Exhale to lower with the elbow. Inhale to lift. Really reach back. Exhale to lower. You've got 2 more to go. Inhale to lift and reach. Exhale to lower. Last one, inhale to lift and reach. Exhale to lower. And then come back to your kneeling position and we'll switch over the legs. So right foot comes forwards, outside of the right hand. Again, remember you can track that knee forwards and out to the side if you want to. Really sink into the hip and use this as a hip opener as well if you want to. And then we're going to inhale to lift that right hand all the way up to the ceiling and back behind if you can, pressing through the left hand to open up the body. Exhale, bring that elbow to the floor on the inside of your right foot. Inhale to lift and reach. Exhale, elbow to the floor. Inhale to lift and reach. Exhale, elbow to that floor. Inhale to lift and reach. Exhale, elbow to the floor, and last one, inhale to lift and reach. Exhale, elbow to the floor. Come back with that right foot now into a kneeling position and come down onto your stomach. So we're coming into a prone position. We're going to do some a bit of back bendy work, but it's also going to help open up your chest and your shoulders as well. So we'll start with the first level variation, which is the locust pose. So you're going to leave your hands, because we're working on the shoulders mostly for this, we're going to leave your hands behind you by your sides, palms facing down. And you're going to inhale as you lift just your front body off the floor, pulling those shoulders back, shooting the fingers back. So activate the arms, shoot those hands, try and reach towards your toes with those fingers. Exhale, release. Then this time we're going to inhale as we lift the body and the thighs off the floor. So you're going to point the toes, really activate and be strong through the legs. And as you inhale, lift and find that strong dish-shaped position on the floor. Exhale, release. And then we're going to start working into our bow variation. So take your right hand to your right ankle. If you can't reach your ankle, toes are fine. And if you have that strap to hand, you can use it to help you get there as well by hooking it around the foot. So we're going to do the same again, but take the left hand out in front this time. And as we inhale, we're going to lift and kick back into that right hand and really use that foot to kick back into that right hand so that you open up the shoulder. Exhale, release, and then we're going to switch over. So release from the right foot, bring the right hand in front, left hand goes back to left foot, and we'll do half bow on the other side. So inhale to lift and kick, really kick back into that hand, open up that shoulder, and then exhale, release. And then we're going to confuse the bow. So taking the right hand to the left foot, so you can take it from the inside of the foot, and you're going to do the exact same thing again, just with this crisscross opposite hand to opposite foot position. So you're going to inhale to lift and kick, open up that shoulder, exhale, release, and then switch over. So now the left hand goes to the right foot, and again we're going to inhale to lift and kick, open up that shoulder, exhale, release. And then finally we're going to do the full bow. So you're going to take both hands back now to both feet. So left hand to left foot, right hand to right foot. Get a hold of those ankles, use a strap if you need to. And then we're going to inhale to lift and kick, and really kick back into those hands to lift the upper body away from the floor. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release, and come back down. And you might just want to take a moment or two in child's pose from there. Take one last breath in child's pose. Exhale completely. And then slowly come up into your down facing dog position. We're going to take down facing dog into dolphin pose. So you're coming down onto your forearms. So your shoulders should be, your elbows should be hip distance apart. Hands are flat on the floor, so you're using your forearms as a kind of mount point or a tripod point, and then pressing your head through your arms, pushing your heels towards the floor. And just take a moment here, figure out how you feel comfortable in this pose. You might not feel comfortable. And then we're going to take this through to plank. So we're going to press up from our forearms into a full plank. You can start with leading with your left hand first, pressing into the ground, and then coming up onto your right, and then coming back down through the right arm onto the left arm and back to dolphin. And then remember to do the other way as well. So right arm comes up first, left arm second, and then come back down. And if that's enough for you, stay there and keep doing that. If you want, try and do a full press with both arms at the same time. So you're going to inhale as you lift and press, bringing both elbows off the floor, finding your plank position, and then exhale, come back to dolphin pose. And just do that 2 more times. So inhale to lift, exhale to drop or lower, and then inhale to lift, exhale to lower, and then just come back onto your knees and take a moment in child's pose. Catch your breath. It's quite hard on the shoulders, that one. And then whenever you're ready, we'll just slowly come back up into that dolphin pose. And you might want to just pause what you're doing at the moment and watch the video while I show you what you're going to do next. So we're coming back into that dolphin pose. So measure the elbows again. So it should be your forearm length width apart so that you've got that nice gap. And we're going to take the hands together, so we're forming kind of a tripod now. So find that positioning with the hands, tuck the toes and press back up into dolphin pose. Find that nice dolphin posture, and then we're going to shoot the body weight forwards and try and kiss the fingers or the thumbs, and then come back. If you want to challenge yourself further, you can try and kiss the floor in front with your nose and then push back. So we're going to do 5 reps of that, and then we're going to move down into a restorative stretch sequence to finish. So tuck your toes, find that positioning with your hands, clasp your hands together, tuck your toes under and come up into dolphin pose. And we're going to inhale as we lean forward, kiss the ground, exhale, push back. Do 4 more times. Exhale, 3 more to go. Exhale, 2 more to go. Last one. And relax, just come into child's pose, and we'll come into extended child's pose. So come to the back of your mats, extend your hands out in front of you, and just start to open up those armpits. Bring the forehead to the ground, and just take 3 deep breaths here. For some of you, child's pose, extended child's pose might be enough. Your mobility might be restricting you a little bit from getting even into this pose. And if that's you, that's absolutely fine. Don't stress about it, just stay here. Keep breathing as you exhale, see if you can melt deeper into the ground. If you want to go further, we can take this into puppy pose and get further into the shoulders, deeper into the shoulders and into the thoracic spine region. So if that's you, we'll begin by taking the forehead forward. So we're going to lift the head and bring the chin to the ground. So you're going to reach forwards with your hands a little bit further, bring that chin to the ground and look forwards as far as you can. So look for the end of your mat, and then maybe continue to look up so you can see the whites of your eyes if you had a mirror in front of you. Take 3 deep breaths here. Allow the body to just give way. Allow the chest to start melting towards the ground. 1 last deep breath all the way in. Exhale completely. And then we're going to reach further forwards and see if you can bring the chest to the ground. Now if you can't get the chest to the ground, don't worry. Stay back with the chin on the ground. Slide as far forwards as you can. I'm going to try not to let the hips shoot past the knees as we do this. So try and keep your knees stacked underneath your hips. And just let the chest melt deep into the ground. Keep looking and reaching. You can grab the end of the mat and push back into it if you want to. The lower back should be completely neutral. There should be a back bend in your upper back only. So if you look at my back, the base of my spine is completely flat. Just take 2 more deep breaths here. And then come up. Just gently come out of the pose wherever you are. And come to a kneeling position. We're going to do cow face arms, because this helps open up the shoulders and the triceps as well. So you're going to take your right hand up towards the sky and take your left hand out to the side. You're then going to try and join hands behind you. So wrap your hands back around behind you and try and interlink the fingers like so if you can. So the trick with this is not to lean forwards and grab them, because you're actually creating a larger distance for you to reach. Try and keep a nice upright body and try and slide those hands. If you have your strap to hand, you can use your strap. If this is really hard for you and it's quite painful, you could always just come back and do a tricep stretch to help that arm get back there and eventually work your way towards this. So just take a few breaths here. You'll be feeling this in the shoulder of the left arm, so you'll feel this in the front of the shoulder, probably in the rotator cuff, and in the right arm you could probably feel it currently in your tricep. Take 1 last breath all the way in. Exhale completely and just unravel the arms. Shake it out and then we'll switch over. So right arm goes out to the side, left arm goes up, and you're going to reach up and back, and you'll probably find one side's tighter than the other. So for example, I can't reach this side at all. I can just, but yeah, it's a lot tighter for me to get to this side. So if that's you, try and reach. Use a strap if you want to, or again, you can take that tricep stretch wherever you need to be. Just take a few deep breaths there. You might want to do half and half, so maybe I'll do 3 breaths like this, and then maybe once that tricep's given way a little bit, I might just reach back again with the other hand and see if I can get those fingers to reach, keeping that upright body, remember, trying not to look forwards too much. And take another few breaths here, because that's going to help open up this right shoulder as well. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale completely. And then we're going to come down into a seated position. So we're going to do a seated stretch. You're just simply going to sit cross-legged, or you can take your feet out in front of you, wherever you're comfortable. Tilt your hands out backwards, so fingers are pointing away from you, and you're just going to lift your body up. In fact, you might want to do it not cross-legged, so that you can just lift up, pressing the hips towards the ceiling, opening up those shoulders, taking a moment there, and you can let the head fall back. It's really good for opening up the forearms as well, but you can probably feel it across the shoulders, across the hips, the front body. Take a few more deep breaths. And then exhale, release. And you're done.